G'day, it's the Murri in a hurry, and I'm here on behalf of Barefoot in Ipswich, in particular North Ipswich Reserve. And this is the place where the Ipswich Jets for 2011 will play all their home games. Ironically, it's only a stone's throw from the Bremer River, and as we all know, in January it flooded and created devastation in the town of Ipswich. We're going to have a look at the Ipswich Jets and see what their preparation is like for the 2011 season and see if they can cause devastation in the Intrust Super Cup. Well, I'm here with Ian Lacey. He's 4 years into his time here at the Ipswich Jets, and mate, that 4 years, I guess you're bringing a little bit experience to the team.
Yeah, I think so. You start growing as you get older as a rugby league player. I came, from the Broncos to this place, and I think the time that I've come here, I've started to mature a bit more as a footballer.
It seems a lot more relaxed here now, and mate, the leadership group seems to be working.
Yeah, well, that's something we sort of lost. We had that a few years ago, and it sort of just dwindled out. But they brought it back this year, and it's given the players a bit more of a say, not in the major decisions, but just a bit more of a say about what's going on around the club, and it gives the boys who don't really have a voice, it gives them a chance to speak up to the senior players if they're not really comfortable talking to the coaching staff. So that's the sort of atmosphere we've tried to create here, and it's working well so far.
We better prepared this year. Like, we had a really good pre-season, and the few trials that we had went really good, and the coaching staff were really impressed with us and the way we're going. So I reckon we will be in top four, I reckon.
For the Barefoot viewers back home there, we've got Kieran Lander here. Now, he's the captain of the Ipswich Jets and a young Indigenous fellow. He's only 23. What's the captaincy mean to you, Kieran?
Fair bit. Being at the club now only 2 years. Been in rugby league for best part of just under 20 years. So really, I take it on board by myself to try to be a leader and lead by example. And on behind that, captaincy sort of, it's a pretty big thing. So I was pleased.
And you've got a strange arrangement here in Ipswich because you've got dual coaches, mate, Shane and Ben Walker.
Yeah, they're right. They bounce ideas off each other, and they're pretty good because their calls are 50-50. They speak to each other, and the best thing about their liaison through the boys, and it doesn't matter which person you go to, the other one will know what's happening. So it works really well. They work well as a team, so it's pretty good.
Mate, I just observed the Jets training, and it seems like you've got a pretty good crew. You've built up a little bit, but the harmony in the place is amazing, Shane.
Yeah, it is. We've had a great off-season. Everyone says that, but we genuinely have. The boys get on great, so yeah, it's looking like a good season.
So both of you guys, Ben, you're a back, and Shane, you're basically a hooker forward. So you've got the best of both worlds covered when you're doing all the tactics and giving out the advice to the players.
Oh, yeah, maybe, mate. I don't think it sort of matters who's or what position you played as a player. It's certainly a different gig as a coach. But as Shane said, we're pretty happy with the way the guys have adapted to the training so far, and we're looking forward to the season.